To your health now, where heart disease is the #1 killer in Louisiana. And News 2's John Pastorek talks to a woman who ignored the signs and symptoms and almost died. It's the focus of Reduce Your Risk.
It's a shocking fact. In the next minute, another woman will die of heart disease. And it almost happened to a slaughter woman because she ignored the signs and symptoms. And now she's speaking out to help others reduce their risk.
So you gotta help me pull up some of these weeds out of this garden.
Just like being in heaven. I love it. The fresh air is great.
It's like heaven in Mary Hopkin's garden. But the gardening stopped when Mary's heart almost stopped. She developed mysterious symptoms, shortness of breath, nausea, and they got worse.
It was just all over. You know, it just was like, it was just running all over my chest and in my arm because I was hurting so bad.
She was having a heart attack.
A heart attack from 99% blockage in 2 of Mary's arteries. And if she wouldn't have gone to the emergency room when she did, she might have died. Mary's an example of how many women ignore heart attack symptoms. Symptoms that are different than those in men.
Men have pain, pressure, don't feel well, but women generally I just don't feel right, or get nausea.
Stubborn. And being 72 years old, you don't think it's gonna happen to you.
But it can. And more women are now dying of heart disease than men. The American Heart Association says in 2007, more than 6,600 women died of heart disease in Louisiana, compared to more than 6,300 men. And Dr. Charles Thompson says many of those deaths could have been prevented.
If you don't feel right, I can't say it enough, if your only symptom is you don't feel right, you shouldn't just stop with getting something for anxiety. You should get a stress test, and an imaging stress test would be best.
If you ever have any kind of symptom, don't put it off. Go to the emergency room.
Thompson did some cardio plumbing in Mary's arteries, inserting a balloon catheter and stent, kind of like microscopic chicken wire. On the left, Mary's artery totally blocked, down to a nub. On the right, the stent opens up the artery. The blood is flowing again.
I really don't feel like I even had a heart attack.
Yeah, you did. But that's what we do, is we open the artery and you go live your life.
That I feel perfect. I could get up and run a race right now if they'd let me.
And she's back in heaven, in a garden that always reminds her of how lucky she was to survive a heart attack.
If I would have waited a few minutes, they would be putting me in the ground instead of me digging in the ground.